Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Charles Raether, and today I wanted to talk about the fastest ways to get a green card as of late 2025. We've done videos like this before. Obviously, circumstances, programs are changing a little bit, waiting times are changing too. So I wanted to do an updated report today about the fastest ways to get a green card for you and your family. So first of all, maybe let's start with all of the green card options that are available out there, besides stuff like, marriage and things like that. We're talking business, investor, entrepreneurial, professional related green card options. What are the slowest? What are the fastest? And what do we recommend? So there are basically four green card options. EB1C, that's if you're, intercompany transfer executive working for an affiliate overseas, and you're, an executive or high-level manager for a U.S. branch. That's EB1C. Other one is EB5, investing $800,000 in a project. Third one is EB2, EB3, that's work employment, labor perm, where you have a job offer. Then there's a subcategory of EB2, which is national interest waiver. There you don't have to have a job offer, and you can show that you have skills or abilities that are in the national interest of the US. And the last one is EB1A for talented and extraordinary individuals. So let's maybe do it in reverse order. We'll start from the slowest. So number 5 in that list, I would say, is EB2, EB3. Labor perm, getting a job offer, waiting for that, the processing going through, it takes forever, folks. It's a relatively inexpensive route. You're not investing $800,000. You're not opening a new business. So in that regards, it requires less money. But as they say, you get what you pay for. So you're saving on the money, you're spending a lot more time. EB2, EB3, that's taking 3 to 4 years to go through the whole process. You might get the approval faster than that, but there's the backlog of probably about maybe a year and a half, maybe even closing in on 2 years. That could change, but between the backlog, the long processing times with the Department of Labor and USCIS, you're looking at 3 to 4 years for sure before you actually can get your green card. Fourth place, I would put NIW. I know NIW is really popular lately with a lot of clients, especially from India, China, to some extent maybe Russia, some other markets like that. But there's been such an influx of applicants for NIW that there too, there's a waiting time of about maybe 20 months, 22 months. Maybe it was down to about 16 months for a while. They do have premium processing. So you can get premium processing, you can get an approval within 45 days, theoretically. But after that, you're going to probably have to wait for 2 years. And then after that, they will only continue, after that point, they will continue either processing your case at the embassy or adjusting your status. So I don't think NIW is at least very good in terms of timing. In third place, I'd probably have to say EB1C. EB1C, again, is where you have an affiliate company overseas, where you worked at least for a year prior to coming to the US, and you have a high managerial or executive level position in the US. Premium processing 45 days. The category for the most part is current. I believe possibly for Indians there's a wait time, maybe not that long of one. So you can do it pretty quickly. I would say the overall processing time is probably at least a year, probably more, like a year and a half. So it's not bad in terms of timing. Problems are generally getting qualification, that you need to have worked for at least a year overseas for the qualifying company, and then have to have a high executive position here in the US. But in terms of timing, it's not too bad. Number 2, I would say EB1A. EB1A, you can get processing done. You can have premium processing in 15 days, which is crazy fast by US immigration standards. And once you get the approval, if you're going to the embassy, 6 to 9 months. If you're doing adjustment of status in the US, maybe 6 to 9 months. But the problem, especially for a lot of our clients from India, is there's a wait time. It's backed up probably about 3 years. So again, if you're not from a high volume country like India or China, then EB1A would probably be pretty good for you, assuming you're talented and extraordinary and meet the criteria for the EB1A. But if you're from a country such as India, originally, you're going to be waiting here for probably 3 years or so. Number one option, I think, again, for the majority of people, it depends on your country of origin, but I would say EB5. Why EB5? Because they have the carve-out options for all countries, whether you're China, India, Vietnam. They have carve-out safe harbor so that you do not have to wait in line. You're able to go around the line. Again, if you're, say, British or Russian or Canadian, whether you do the EB-1A or the EB-5, there's not a difference at all in terms of the processing times. There's no backlog for you if you're from those countries. But if you're Indian, for example, and that's the biggest sticking point, I think, for Indians, and there's a lot of applicants that we have from India, EB-5 is far and away the fastest way. If you invest in a rural project, you're looking at probably about 12 months for processing. And the good thing about EB-5 is you can do concurrent filing. So unlike, say, EB-2 or EB-3, you can do concurrent filing, meaning while you're waiting for the application to be approved, you can file, if you're here in the US, you can file for your EAD and your advanced parole, and allows you to live and work here as if you had a green card while you're waiting for the approval. So in light of the fact you can do concurrent filing, and if you're filing, let's say in a rural project, you get approval in a year. We've had some clients that got approval as quickly as 6 or 8 months with rural projects. I can't guarantee it, but sometimes it works out that quickly. I would say EB-5 far and away is the best option for the greatest number of people. If any of these options seemed of interest to you and you want to discuss further details, please feel free to reach out to me directly. We're based here in South Florida, where for over 15 years we've been helping entrepreneurs and business people such as yourselves successfully, conveniently, and comfortably make a transition, either permanently or temporarily, to the US. If you have any questions, please sign up for a free consultation, subscribe to our channel, and feel free to reach out in the future.